Yes, the Prince of Tethers is back with a vengeance, and he's got a bone to pick with foundational Black Americans.
Oh my goodness. So one thing I've realized is that the truth hurts, okay? And the truth of the matter is that one white man, all right, Chud the Builder, has exposed Black Americans, FBA, ADOS, DAFA, whatever you want to call yourselves, Native American, Native Black American, Indigenous Black, whatever it is, that he has exposed this lineage, this group of people presently to be nothing more than a conquered race.
So Family Pete, right out the gate, he's completely isolating and singling out Black Americans, FBAs. He's clearly making us an other. He's saying you people over there, like he's not one of us. Now watch how he flips it here in a second.
Mentally.
Damn.
That's what he's exposing us to be, is a conquered race.
You see, family, now it's us again. Now it's us. Now it's us again. He starts the video by saying he's completely conquered the mind of the foundational Black Americans, the FBAs, you people, you native whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's his whole deal. Just starting out the gate is tying us to that. But to make it hit a little harder, where your guard is dropped a little bit, like he's speaking from an angle of, I'm just trying to give my people tough love, he starts flipping his verbiage to use words like us. And he'll do that throughout this video and every other video he's made. But here you go.
That now there is no reason why people will, well, how did they become slaves? Why did slavery last so long? Now we are witnessing why slavery lasted so long. We are witnessing how we became enslaved. We are witnessing how we are in this predicament in this country right now.
Okay, keep in mind, family, remember, he's not Black.
But as an Asian Mexican, Black people are dumb. They just are. And all the FBA family, or any niggas who call themselves FBA, or any niggas who call themselves FBA, or any niggas who call themselves FBA.
He's not Black at all. Just remember that as he's talking, he's not Black. It's like this mental illness they have. It's like a sickness. They're obsessed with Black people. They're obsessed with Black Americans. They're obsessed with FBAs. Delineation has completely exposed the secret cosplay life these folks have been living. These tethers are fucking insane, I'm telling you. That's
what one white boy is doing in this country. When I say this, I notice there's a lot of cope, all right? I know Black people and cope go together like peanut butter and jelly. You sprinkle in a little bit of bib.
Now, guys, remember, he's not Black. I'm going to keep saying this throughout the entire video. He's not Black.
But as an Asian Mexican, Black people are dumb. They just are. And all the FBA family, or any niggas who call themselves FBA, or any niggas who call themselves FBA, or any niggas who call themselves FBA.
Keep that in mind. This guy is not Black. He's Asian and Mexican, saying what he's saying right now about Black people.
Bible and scripture, oh, it's a delicious recipe for enslavement. Because I heard such cope as, well, Lucas, we engaging in emotional intelligence. That's what we doing. We engaging in showing him that we don't behave like that we are civilized. Now, that's all fun and dandy, but where's this emotional IQ when it comes to your fellow Black man? And that right there actually shows how much of a slave you are. Because when it comes to a Black person, you have no problem popping off at a Black person. You have no problem catching a body when it comes to a Black person. But when it comes to one white boy.
Okay, family, this is clear white supremacist rhetoric. That's all this is. If you go to the FBI website, they have an expanded data set that will literally tell you white people mostly experience white on white crime. Black folks experience Black on Black crime. Same with Hispanics, same with Asians. It's no different. And that's because crime overwhelmingly happens between people who live near each other, or know each other, or date each other, or share the same neighborhoods, share economic environments, move in the same social circle. It's the same shit. It's intra-racial, family. But the problem is he's using that against us, and he out here claiming he's supposed to be Black. And I'm going to keep repeating this through the entire video. He's not Black. He said it himself. He's not Black. Keep that in mind as he's talking.
Boy. But when it comes to one white boy who's going around calling you an N-word to your face, calling you a chimp to your face, now all of a sudden y'all want to engage in emotional IQ. Now all of a sudden your emotional intelligence just skyrockets, right? It becomes quadruple, right? Digits. That's what you're telling me? Yeah, no, you're a slave. That's what that is.
Now remember, family, he talking about FBAs. He specifically said it himself. He's attaching this to FBAs, Foundational Black Americans, us. So when he's talking about emotional IQ, where do you think he gets this framing from? Folks, he was MAGA in 2020. In 2020, he was wearing the MAGA hat, telling his audience then that black folks are savages, that black folks tearing up their own neighborhood for some George Floyd drug addict. That was what he was saying to get money then, to get clicks and views then. In 2020, he was saying that. Now in 2026, he's saying this. He in 2026 telling black Americans that we should just crash out and throw our life away on Chud the Builder out in Tennessee because y'all have emotional low IQ like them white folks say. Then y'all should just go out there and do something to Chud the Builder. And if you don't, then you a slave. This how he talking to us now.
Then I'm hearing other pathetic copes such as, well, Lucas, why don't you go and do it, huh? Why don't you go and show it how it's done? Now, I want you to think about how stupid and idiotic that statement is. And I've heard this from a lot of black people, especially in the comment sections. They think this is some type of gotcha.
Hold on, family, go back. He told me, I got a lot of black people, man. All these black people, ain't no black. He told me, I got a lot of black people to hit me up telling me, nigga, this dude got 8 likes. This dude got 2 likes. Nigga, 0 replies. You just making shit up.
I want you to think about this. That me, in California, a Los Angelino, they want me to go all the way. I have to take a plane ticket to go to Tennessee to check one white boy. Now, let me get this straight. What that relates to me is that in the whole of Tennessee, there is not one real black person, not one real FBA, not one real ADOS, not one real DAPA, not one real Native, whatever it is. Not one in the whole state of Tennessee. Now, why on God's green earth would I go to that state? Why would I go to that state, right? Does that make any sense? So I'm going to go into the...
Now, Pete family, this fool here is so manipulative. But it's what tethers do. It's literally what tethers do. On one hand, when he started the video, he talking about how Chud the Builder, he just walking in there, he calling y'all niggas to y'all faces, and that's why y'all was slaves, boy. He putting y'all in y'all place. And now, when people calling him out saying, well, why you ain't did nothing, all of a sudden, well, you want me to fly all the way for one little old white boy? I'm supposed to go all the way from LA to Tennessee for one little old white boy, and now he a little white boy. Like, it's that kind of shit, y'all. It's just tether tactics. That's all it is.
Enemy territory with no backup, with nothing at all. You should be ashamed of yourself. Do you understand? You should be ashamed of yourself. That you were talking about, well, why don't you go and do something? Fam, what, you're missing the point. The point is that I'm not in Tennessee. Now, if this was happening in LA, by all means, you have all right to say whatever you want to say.
Now, all of a sudden, we missing the point. Boy, this tether is slick. You can tell he been lying for a long time. This is probably his reputation, I'm pretty sure. He's just a lying ass nigga, bruh. Now all of a sudden we missing the point. And come to think of it, they are doing that in LA. Black people don't run LA since you so black. You don't gotta fly to Tennessee. You can stay right there in LA and clean that up. Why you ain't stepping to the Mexicans? Is it because you're Asian and Mexican? Is it because those your people? Why you out here fronting like you black? Notice he ain't bringing up none of that shit going on in LA right now. On the West Coast in general, he ain't bringing up none of that shit. He ain't addressing none of them Asian gangs. He ain't talking about none of them. He ain't talking about none of the Mexican gangs. It's plenty of them walking around right now on camera, talking shit. He ain't making no videos about that. He ain't going out there slapping nobody. So you can just tell this is just a tether tactic, another tether tactic. He's pretty good though. I ain't gonna lie. He sit here and if you don't know any better, you'd listen to him and you think, man, boy, this nigga hear the truth. Whole time, he's not even black. And none of this shit he's saying means anything. You asking black folks to crash out when they say, why you ain't crash out? Well, why you I'm going to fly over there? You flew over there to see the Hodge twins on their podcast to fight them. You said you fly back to fight. You wanted to pull up for the fade. So you'll fly to where the Hodge twins at and do a podcast and want to fight. You won't fly to Tennessee and do nothing to Chud the Builder. But black Americans, we pussy. FBAs, as you said. We pussy. We slaves. All right, man.
Hey, this is in Tennessee. There's not one real one in Tennessee. that can check this individual, that can press him, he's disrespecting everybody. That's what he's doing, disrespecting everybody. This has nothing to do with just Tennessee people. He's disrespecting all black people.
Damn.
But you want somebody in LA to go and check him in Tennessee. You should be embarrassed to say something like that.
You sound like a little bitch.
So family, you see immediately we dealing with folks that's not black, cosplaying as black while wagging their fingers at black folks. That's what we're dealing with, just typical tether behavior. Now check this next part.